Emma, I am waiting to feel confident before I speak English in public.
How long have you been waiting?
Long enough to become very confident at avoiding public English.
That is the confidence trap. You expect the feeling to arrive before the evidence.
What evidence?
Evidence that you can take action, handle discomfort, learn, and recover from mistakes.
But people always say, believe in yourself.
Belief matters, but empty belief is fragile. Realistic confidence grows when experience gives you reasons to trust your ability.
So action can come before confidence.
Often, yes. You take a manageable action, survive it, learn from it, and your belief becomes more specific.
Specific confidence.
Instead of saying, I am confident at everything, you can say, I can introduce myself even when I feel nervous.
That sounds more honest.
And more useful.
What counts as a tiny win?
A completed action that is small enough to attempt and meaningful enough to provide evidence.
Saying hello to one person.
Yes, if social speaking is your goal.
Finishing one paragraph.
Yes, if writing is your goal.
Returning after a missed week.
Absolutely. A return is evidence of recovery skill.
I usually ignore small wins because they are not the final result.
Then your brain receives only one message. Nothing counts until everything is complete.
That makes progress feel invisible.
Exactly. We need an evidence list.
Is that a list of positive sentences?
Not general compliments. Write observable facts.
Like, I asked one question in English today.
Good. Or, I worked for 10 minutes before checking my phone.
Or, I corrected a mistake without quitting.
Excellent.
Why are facts stronger than slogans?
Because facts can be reviewed when your mood changes. They remind you of what you actually did.
Can other people's success help too?
Seeing a similar person succeed can increase possibility, especially when you understand the process and not only the final result.
So realistic role models are useful.
Yes, but comparison becomes harmful when you compare your first month with another person's 10th year.
What about encouragement?
Encouragement can help, especially when it is specific. Your explanation was clear, or you stayed calm after the mistake.
Specific again.
Confidence grows better from specific information than from vague praise.
What if the small action goes badly?
Then the evidence may be, I did something difficult and stayed present. Or, I found the skill I need to practice next.
So a difficult result can still teach me.
Yes, but do not pretend every failure is a secret success. Name the disappointment, then identify the useful evidence.
I appreciate that honesty.
Confidence is not denying reality. It is trusting your ability to respond to reality.
That should be a keyword.
It is.
How do I choose the next confidence action?
Use a challenge ladder. Put easy actions at the bottom and harder actions above them.
For speaking English, level 1 could be repeating a sentence alone.
Level 2, send a short voice message.
Level 3, ask a simple question in a shop.
Level 4, have a 3-minute conversation.
Level 5, speak in a group.
Good. Move high enough to learn, but not so high that every attempt becomes overwhelming.
Can I repeat a level?
Of course. Repetition turns one lucky success into a more reliable skill.
What if confidence disappears on a bad day?
Use the evidence list and choose a lower step. Confidence is allowed to change. The system helps you continue anyway.
Let us learn useful expressions.
First, I am nervous, but I can try.
Second, that went better than I expected.
Third, I handled it.
Fourth, I am getting more comfortable with this.
Fifth, I know what to practice next.
Those phrases do not pretend fear is gone.
Exactly. Courage and confidence can exist beside nervousness.
What is today's challenge?
Create a 3-step challenge ladder and complete the easiest meaningful step today.
Then add one line to the evidence list.
Write the action, not a judgment. I made the call. I asked the question. I returned to the lesson.
What if it feels too small to celebrate?
You do not need a party. You need to register the evidence.
Tiny wins are not the final destination.
They are the proof that movement is possible.
Action, evidence, more specific confidence.
Then a slightly bigger action.
I do not need to feel fearless.
You need one honest next step.
Can confidence grow in a group without pretending to be the loudest person?
Yes, confidence can mean asking one clear question, disagreeing respectfully, or speaking once before the meeting ends.
So confidence is not a performance style.
Correct. A quiet person can be confident, and a loud person can be hiding uncertainty.
How do I use the evidence list after a bad experience?
Write 3 columns: what happened, what I handled, and what I will practice. This prevents the whole event from becoming one negative label.
For example, I forgot a word. I stayed in the conversation. I will practice asking for time.
Excellent. The useful phrase could be, give me a second to think.
What if another person criticizes me?
Separate useful feedback from cruelty. Useful feedback names a behavior and can guide improvement. Cruelty attacks identity and may need a boundary.
Confidence includes choosing whose feedback matters.
Yes, not every opinion deserves equal authority.
Can preparation support confidence?
Strongly, preparation reduces avoidable uncertainty, but preparation should lead to action, not become an endless substitute for it.
How much preparation is enough?
Define it before you begin. For a short presentation, outline 1 rehearsal, 1 technical check, then deliver.
And after the action,
Review 1 strength and 1 improvement. This keeps the evidence balanced.
I usually remember 5 weaknesses and 0 strengths.
That is not accuracy. It is selective attention.
What about confidence in learning itself?
Track processes you control. Sessions completed, questions asked, corrections made, and returns after difficulty.
Those are more useful than waiting for one perfect test result.
Exactly. Results matter, but process evidence keeps you moving while results are still developing.
So confidence grows from contact with reality.
Yes, honest action, honest feedback, and honest recovery.
Can we build a confidence ladder for job interviews?
Level 1, answer 1 common question alone. Level 2, record the answer. Level 3, practice with a friend. Level 4, do a full mock interview.
And the real interview becomes the next level, not the first jump.
Exactly. Each level teaches both skill and emotional tolerance.
What about confidence after rejection?
Rejection can hurt without proving that you are incapable. Review what was under your control, ask for useful feedback when possible, and choose the next application or practice step.
The evidence list can include applying again.
Yes, persistence after disappointment is meaningful evidence.
Can confidence become overconfidence?
Yes, that is why evidence must include feedback and limits. Real confidence says, I can prepare and respond. It does not say, I cannot be wrong.
So humility and confidence can work together.
Strongly, humility keeps you learning. Confidence keeps you participating.
What should I do when my body feels nervous, even after preparation?
Name the sensation, slow the first sentence, and focus on the next action. The goal is not to erase every physical sign before you begin.
I can say, my hands are nervous, but my plan is clear.
Exactly. Feelings provide information, not commands.
That is useful beyond speaking.
Yes, confidence is the practiced ability to act with uncertainty, not the permanent absence of uncertainty.
The next step can be small and still be brave.
Exactly. Bravery is measured against the real difficulty, not against another person's performance. I am nervous, but I can try. I am nervous, but I can try.
Complete the idea in your own words. I am nervous, but I can try. I know what to practice next. I know what to practice next.
Complete the idea in your own words. I know what to practice next.
Before we finish, let us test this idea in 3 ordinary situations.
First, imagine you are learning English after a long day. The goal is not to feel perfect. The goal is to make the next useful action easy enough to begin.
Second, imagine you miss one day. A missed day is information, not a final judgment. You can return with a smaller step and protect the direction.
Third, imagine the plan works for 1 week. Do not immediately make it twice as difficult. Keep the system stable long enough to learn what is really helping.
That is an important point. Progress often becomes fragile when we increase the difficulty before the routine becomes reliable.
So use the method as an experiment. Notice what happens, change one thing at a time, and keep the part that makes action clearer.